Hello, I'm Digital Gorilla, you are you, and this is Destiny 2. In 2022, is Destiny still worth your time? Is it any fun still? And that is the question I will be answering today. Destiny currently is trying to change up how the game is being played with 3.0 specs. They've redone Solar and Void, and then Stasis I believe was the original idea of this, to change up the classes, adding in more ways to play your class. Of course, that leaves Arc as the last one to be changed. Arc will eventually be implemented into this 3.0 system, and this 3.0 system allows you to customize your class, adding in fragments and aspects, giving you special abilities to mess with. Then we have the heart of Destiny, loot. Exotics, legendaries, stats, min-maxing, it's all there. But Destiny has also added more things to do than just thinking about the loot, just more than min-maxing and getting that next weapon. Bungie has added many more things for us to do than just chase the next upgrade. We have all the types of PvP, the strikes, the dungeons, the raids, and all these things go in depth with more than just one version of each. Currently for PvP, there's game modes such as Crucible, Gambit, Iron Banner that happens, Trials of Osiris that happens periodically. Then in strikes, there's the normal strikes. We have Nightfall strikes and Grandmaster, each one presenting us with a different way to play the game. Then we have dungeons, meant for 3 people and about 45 minutes to an hour long. They're like raids, but smaller group and done much faster. So this is an opportunity for those that do want to experience higher end content, a lot more difficult than a regular strike, but do not want to commit to all the commitments that come with raiding. Personally, dungeons have really caught my attention this time around. Dungeons are smaller, easier to complete, and sometimes I'm not willing to commit to a 6-man group where we have to spend hours on end trying to figure out all these mechanics and get through the content. Sometimes I want to just have an hour-long, intense session and be done with it. Dungeons allow me to do this, and they still give me gear to progress my character. Destiny also still has raids. They're meant for 6 people, and they're much longer than a dungeon. Given the right group, you can of course go faster, and if it's a group of first-timers, you're looking at about, possibly 3 hours. And then we have something that I feel like most people actually look over when it comes to Destiny. Destiny does have open world-ish type of locations that you can complete bounties in, do lost sectors. They now have legendary lost sectors, which is basically just a much more difficult lost sector, and if you solo it, you have a chance of an exotic piece. These lost sectors kind of give you a solo dungeon experience and allow you to go at your own pace. In the open space in Destiny, you're allowed to do public dungeons, complete these bounties, and quests that might be available to you in these areas. Speaking of quests, Destiny's quests are actually much more robust than I remember them when I first started D2. These quests come in form of just story missions to exotic quests to, just a mission that will help you unlock something. Now, what do I mean by unlock something? I mean from Beyond Light expansion pack. Stasis is locked behind a quest line that's meant for Beyond Light that opens up the Stasis tree for you, which is basically the darkness spec versus the light specs. But what about Destiny's cash shop? Well, the cash shop actually isn't that bad. Currently, it only has cosmetic items in there, allowing you to purchase ornaments for your exotic weapons or other type of outfits to make your character look how you want. Then there's Bright Dust. Bright Dust can be earned in-game doing activities and allows you to buy certain items in the cash shop. You earn Bright Dust just by playing the game and completing missions. It's a nice addition to the cash shop and allows you to have an opportunity to still purchase stuff from the cash shop without actually spending money. So what has Destiny been like for me coming back after a long hiatus? Well, coming back was questionable because I didn't think I would actually get back into the game as much as I did. Currently, when I come back to Destiny, I expect a shooter, and only a shooter. A looter shooter, really. That's what I thought Destiny always was. But it seems like Destiny is finally actually taking a step towards something more than just being a looter shooter. Many might disagree with me, but I think Destiny has a lot more going for it than it ever did before. I'm finding myself enjoying things in Destiny I never did before. I enjoy the questing, I enjoy the dungeons, I enjoy following a quest line all the way through to get that exotic. I'm doing these quest lines not for just the loot, but I'm also doing it to experience the world and see what they have to tell me. They've added so many new quests and the story's a lot more fleshed out than it ever was. I remember in D1, the quest line was almost useless. It didn't tell us anything about the world, but now we actually understand what we're doing, right? There's story being told, and there's a reason to actually listen now. When it comes to loot in Destiny, I kind of just let it come my way. Loot is almost secondary for me when I play Destiny now, because I'm here to enjoy the content, not just strive for the best loot and min-max my stats. Before, I feel like it was all about the weapon you have and obtaining the next one, but now I'm actually just trying to enjoy the game with what I have. When I am looking to progress my character, I'm looking at these quests line, I'm looking at weekly rewards coming from all the content. So then, is it worth to come back to Destiny 2? Or is it worth to even start it up if you've never played it before? Personally, yeah, it is. It's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying what I'm doing in the game. I'm not getting bored easily. I'm not just trying to find gear all day. I'm actually just looking at the map, I'm seeing the content I want to do, and I go and do it. And most of the time, I'm getting rewarded for it. So how do you experience all this new content? Well, the latest expansion pack is the Witch Queen. So you can buy the Witch Queen, and then there's of course Season Pass that goes along with that. But do you just buy it right off the bat? Well, I would say hold off. Currently Destiny 2 is free to play, and you can enjoy the game with its basic gameplay components for free. So you can get in there and see if you actually just like the gameplay. Of course, if you want more story and more activities to do, it is going to require you to buy the new expansion. And if you want to go past the expansion, you are going to need the Season Pass. Of course there's a Season Pass, but at least the Season Pass gives you new story and items to go for. Currently this sounds like all sunshine and rainbows, but Destiny isn't all good. There are cons. Crucible could be really unbalanced with people using meta loadouts and abilities that are blowing you up from halfway across the map. Some guns have even crazy tracking ability. Alongside this, strikes and raids and dungeons, some groups can require you to use meta loadouts also that take the fun out of it. People looking to min-max their experience, putting that on people that are not willing to min-max their experience. It all depends on who you're playing with and the type of enjoyment you're trying to find through the game. If you're trying to have a casual game session, you might want to find other casual people to play with, because if you end up in a group that people want meta loadouts in, you're gonna have a hard time. Given everything I've said, I think Destiny is worth it. I think if you don't own the game already, go ahead and try it, and it's free to play format, and if you enjoy that, you can go along and buy the expansion packs and maybe even the Season Pass if you enjoy it even further. Bungie doesn't seem like they're giving up on the game anytime soon, and they're really trying to make this game better each time. If you're looking for a looter shooter FPS with some RPG content in it, Destiny is definitely that game. I'm currently enjoying Destiny and I don't see an end in sight. If you made it this far in the video, I'd like to thank you, as I'm currently trying to start up this channel and put out content regularly. Until next time, I'm Digital Gorilla, you are you, and this is Destiny 2.